vertical today.
Oh, weird.
No, we just started at vertical. Okay, so we're doing a live vertical, I guess, guys. Let us know in the chat where you are at, so that we can say hello. Hey, Mom, how you doing?
Hey, Grandma.
The bees, I think, are doing great.
They're very busy.
Yeah, they're very busy flying around. We haven't opened them up in a while, but they're all there. I'm sorry that we're vertical. That's disappointing to me because I've now I have to hold the camera vertical instead of having it on a tripod.
Can we like
Huh?
put it there somewhere?
I don't know. We're gonna give this a try in vertical mode here for you. But we barely fit in the screen now. We gotta scoot in, get closer.
There we go.
We like each other. From England, hey. So I want to just mention about the meetup coming up here, guys. I know a lot of you are aware of that, but wanted to share with you some of the things. We've got a lot of great channels coming up to the meetup, and a lot of really cool giveaway items. We're going to have different sessions of giveaways, kind of like a raffle. You get a little ticket when you show up, and we call out the number, and you might win something.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff that's going to be given away. But the meetup's coming up, and more projects on the house we're working on. But we've been really busy, so we don't have a regular video for you today. We want to apologize about that. So Sarah and I are sitting in the hot truck talking to you guys about what's going on, hanging out. That's right. So let us know whatever questions you might have. We'd love to answer any of your questions. And also,
and I can monitor the comments from here.
Oh, there you go.
Pretty handy.
So what do you got? Any questions yet?
Not really. Someone's from Uruguay. That's pretty cool.
Cool. I always said Uruguay.
Oh.
Uruguay.
Huh? I don't know.
Huh? From Italy? Nice to have you from Italy. Somebody there said something with they had a goat picture.
Oh, it's the farmer at 66. Hey, guys.
Cool. Hey, guys. How's it going? Nice to see you in the live chat today. They got a... So the farm on Route 66, guys, if you're not subscribed to them, check them out. They do like rescue horse cool stuff down in Arizona. We met them at the Okie Homesteading Homestead Expo. Yeah. The Okie Homesteading Expo, and really great family. Got to hang out a lot with them and visit with them. So check out their channel, The Farm at Route 66. Glad to see you guys today from Iowa. Nice to see you too. Well, nice to read your comment. From South Ari. What do you think that is? Ari. A-R-I.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Ari. I don't know either. Let's see. Hey, gang. From Canada. You know what? Let me see if I can turn up the brightness on here. There we go.
Someone else, if you've been to Canada.
I've been to Canada many times.
Been a few times.
Yeah. So you know what I just heard today? Seth and I, we've been talking for a few years now. So I don't know if I've shared this with you guys yet or not, but next summer we're wanting to ride motorcycles to Alaska. And so he's going to have his license here hopefully in a month or two. And next summer go to Alaska. But I just heard you have to be vaccinated to go to Alaska.
Really?
I mean, no, not to Alaska, to go to Canada.
Yeah.
And if you're going to ride a motorcycle to Alaska, you got to go through Canada. There's no other way to get there. So I don't know. We might be going to Mexico instead.
Tranquility Base says, hope to meet you at the meetup.
Oh, cool.
Hello from Sandpoint. Oh, they're from Sandpoint. That's so cool.
Hope to see you there. Hey, there's the link right there, guys, to the farm on Route 66. Check them out after the live stream is over. What other questions we got here? Hello from Missouri. Nice to see you. Septic tank are crazy. Huh. What is that?
I have no idea.
You septic tanks are crazy on gun laws.
Did he call us septic tank?
I guess we're septic tanks. Guys, did you know that Sarah and I are septic tanks? It's cool.
It's actually skeptic.
Huh?
It actually says skeptic tanks.
Oh, I thought it said septic tanks. Well, we can't read either. Skeptic tanks.
Somebody in here said they're from Mineral Wells, Texas. That's a really interesting name for a town.
Yeah, I like that. I think my favorite town name is in Texas, and it's Earth, Texas.
That's funny. I like that too.
It's up by Lubbock,
Engine fans from Germany. That's really cool.
Germany. Nice to see you here.
A lot of guys from Canada, actually.
Lots of Canadians
Yeah.
coming in.
It's cool. Oh, Paula Wells, thank you very much, posted the Farm Route 66 link to the channel.
Mm-hmm.
So you can check them out.
I think that maybe yours are delayed. On mine seems like that was up there a while ago.
Oh, I just, it is a while ago, but I just want to mention it.
Oh, gotcha. I saw a question. Are you going to install mini splits? We have one on order right now. It's going to go in the apartment above the sliding glass door area right there, like in the peak of that living room, the great room kind of in the apartment. So we have it ordered. It'll be here this week, I think. And so hopefully coming up here in a little while, we'll get that installed for you guys. It's a DIY kit. So it's something that should be anybody can install. So we'll see how easy it is anyway.
What are mini splits?
Mini split. It's like it's an air conditioner. It's a heat pump, really. You can do heat as well. But you know those air conditioners that we had in Indonesia, where like you had the indoor part with the little louvers that went up and down.
Yeah.
And then there was the outside part. That's a mini split.
Oh, that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually really weird, I think, coming to the States again and seeing those. Because, like, in Indonesia, like, that's just everywhere, you know? Like,
Yeah.
every room had
Super
its own.
standard.
Like, that's just what, when I think of air conditioner, like, that's what that is. At
Mm-hmm.
least it used to be, you know? And then so coming to America and then seeing those again was just kind of strange.
Yeah.
It's just like a weird feeling.
So it's 110 in Vegas.
Nice.
Ooh, that's hot. It's like 80 probably here. Maybe 80, maybe 70 something, but it still feels hot.
Doug asked, what's the hottest day you've experienced in Idaho? Probably last summer.
Yeah, I think it got up to 100 probably.
100 something, yeah. That was weird though. Like, it was a weird heat wave happening.
Yeah, it'll be like in August probably. It'll be the hottest of the year.
It's been a weird summer here so far. It was really cold and wet, and is just now really starting to heat up recently.
For sure. 76 in New Jersey.
Wow.
So what else we got?
The Clive Turner asked, you have a great location to have amateur radio. Is this on your be prepared list?
It is. That would be good. It would be really good and really smart. It's lower down the list than other things, but time and Lord willing, that will be an excellent addition for sure. But it's lower on my personal priority list. Not to say that it should be lower on anybody else's, but on my personal one, it's a little bit lower on the list. What else we got? It would be fun though. I used to when I lived in Arizona, CBs were still kind of like still a little popular still, not like they used to be a long time ago, but people still got on CBs and talked and stuff, and so you'd wait, and when the atmosphere was right, at night you could talk to people like super far away. That was kind of fun. Sit out in the driveway and like talk on the CB and try to talk to people far away.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like amateur radio for real amateurs.
What about our broken tractor?
What about our broken tractor? It's still broken, probably. I haven't talked to the Branson people yet. I should probably call them on Monday, but I don't know. We've been so busy trying to work on extending the roof of the apartments, extending the roof over the stairs, and I just haven't even called them to ask about it yet. Our property is just over 7 acres in size, for those of you that were asking. Any other questions?
What will be your power output after you install the new panels and batteries?
That's a good question. I don't really know right now. If somebody's quick on a calculator, we have we'll be adding solar panels, 16 345-watt panels to our system. That's what we know for sure right now. The rest of it is still kind of iffy because we have the panels, right? So we know we'll be adding that. Likely, although not for sure yet, we'll add 8 more batteries, and so it'll be significant. It'll be doubled. The battery capacity will be doubled, and the solar output, I don't know, it'll be a lot.
Dude, we're still on. That's so crazy.
Is it working? I think it's still working.
I think so.
Maybe we'll turn the air conditioner on. How's that? Are we back? Oh, we got 7 people now.
We're like, bye.
Yeah, they abandoned us.
Oh, 5 people now.
We might not actually be on.
We are.
We are? Mm-hmm. Well, we're on. All right, so sorry about that, guys. We froze up and the phone overheated. So now we've got you guys here that
we're back. 40 people now. Well, that's crazy. How'd they know to jump back on?
I don't know. So we'll try to put you up here in the shade. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for all the welcomes back. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I thought we were done, and just started up the truck and got ready to leave.
All right. See you later. That was funny.
Well, we're here. So we want to answer your questions, guys, and
type them in the comments.
Yep, type them in there. Wanted to apologize for not having a regularly scheduled video for this week. We've been really busy trying to get the roof extended over the stairs going up to the apartment. As if you watched the apartment build, we were not we didn't plan ahead for the snow falling off of the roof, and it fell right onto the stairs, which was a bummer because you have to shovel it off all the time, but also it could fall on your head. That's not very good. So anyway, we're working on extending that out so the snow falls over the stairs.
Oh, that was the question. Chickens and wildlife.
We have had very little problems. Our chickens free. Hey. Wow. Sorry about that.
Had all sorts of problems today.
Yeah, we're like technical difficulty amateurs here. Okay, so we've had very little problems with our chickens. They free range. They go inside of their coop at night, and it gets locked down. Like we have an automatic door on it, so it opens and closes automatically. And when it closes, it locks, so nothing can get in there. So we've had very little problems. We had one that got eaten by a neighbor's dog, we think. One. I
think a bird got one.
You think a bird got one?
Didn't we think that?
I think maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even know that being egged out was a thing. It's really weird.
Are we still connected? Okay. Yes, I like spicy food. Although I think I've lost some of my tolerance because we don't eat as much spicy food here in America as we ate while we were in Indonesia. So I think I've lost some of my tolerance. I'm kind of scared to go back and hang out with friends in Indonesia who knew how much spicy food I could eat, and then they're going to be like, ha ha ha, weak American.
Yeah, because they were shocked at like how much he could eat. Like he could eat more spicy food than they could over there. But like he just liked it, ate a lot of it, and then going back. Yeah, Dad, it was like a thing he was proud of and worked hard at.
Yeah. So my mom asked a question. What is her question?
Oh, how are the bees doing?
Oh yeah, so the bees are doing good. I mean, they seem to be doing good. We haven't opened them up in a long time. We're due to probably open them up and check on them, but they're buzzing around and they're really active. It's pretty cool. So you got your hive, like the hive doors right here, and it's just a constant stream of bees going up at about a 45-degree angle out of that hive, just whoosh, back and forth all the time.
Fast. It's really cool.
Yeah, they seem to be doing great.
Do you still utilize the generated function where you turn it on and off automatically depending on the battery levels?
Well, I only had the function to turn it off when the battery was full. I didn't have the option to turn it on. And so you could have that function if you had a generator that has an automatic start. Our generator that we're using to charge our batteries is a pull start. So I have to start it manually, but then I wired the kill switch on it, like the little toggle switch where you turn it off if you want to just turn it off. I wired that into the meter on our battery system, And so when it gets up to a certain percentage, I think it's 100% or it might be 99.9%, that switch closes inside of the digital meter, and then it shuts off the generator. So just the shut off part. But we haven't run the generator much at all. It's summertime, so we have lots of sun.
Yeah.
What you got?
Not a lot. Concrete foundation done yet?
No, it's not done yet. The footers are formed, and so in our county in Idaho, we don't have like a regular building permit, right? Like where the inspector is going to come out and like check your 2x4s and make sure you framed it right and make sure the concrete's right and that you have the right rebar in there and all that kind of stuff. We don't have that type of inspection on the building. We have what's called a location permit, and that's basically what your house is going to look like and where it's going to be on your property. And so for the expansion that we're putting on it, that 16 feet that we excavated out, we filed for a location permit to do that because that's what you're supposed to do, right? And we want to follow the rules. But and there's a backlog. So they said that we could do all of the dirt work and anything that's not permanent. So pouring concrete would be considered permanent. And so we're waiting on that still. It may be another 2 weeks. I did not expect that. Every other location permit that we've done has been really fast, but this one was slow. So I don't know. Maybe they got some people sick or people quit. I don't know. But there's a big backlog on that.
Where are we?
Where are we? We are in Sandpoint, Idaho.
Yep.
So Parker Clark says, I'm curious, Martin, are you a pastor at your church? I am one of the ministers here. We have 2 ministers, and I happen to be one of them. And so currently I teach the Sunday morning Bible class. We're working through 1 Timothy. Almost finished with 1 Timothy. We'll start 2 Timothy here soonish. I go really slow,
Yeah.
right? A lot of application, a lot of questions that I ask during the study, and so it takes a long time to get through it. But people seem to enjoy it, and we try to get a lot out of it, right? Rather than just giving information like a lecture. It's I try to have more substance to it.
It's really good. I like it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I didn't even pay her to say that. So anyway, so I'm teaching through 1 Timothy right now, and then we do we call it congregational development. It's worked with the churches and fellowship and getting people together and doing things together and evangelism. So that's what we do here. But we have a full-time preacher who preaches every Sunday, and then I'll fill in if he's not here, or he's sick or something like that. I'll fill in for him sometimes. But we have a lot of guys that can fill in preaching.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for the question, though. And anyway, you're always welcome to come if you're in the area, right? We meet on Wednesday night and Sunday morning at the Sandpoint Church of Christ here in Sandpoint. There's a link down in the description. You can find out more information about that. But yeah, you're welcome to come anytime.
For sure. Someone asked where Colin and I met. We both go to Freed-Hardeman University in Tennessee, and we went there. Yep.
There you go.
Where's the rest of the family?
They're at home. We just finished. We have a monthly YouTube meeting, and so the channels that are in the area that want to participate, we get together once a month on the second Saturday, I think it is. Anyway, we get together once a month, and we talk about YouTube and like strategies and things like that, business stuff for YouTube. And we just finished up that meeting, and so Sarah and I are staying here in town, hanging out, talking to you, and everybody else went home.
Yep.
What else we got?
Someone said that they think our cellar's too small.
Yeah, maybe it is too small. Just depends, I guess, on what you want to put in it.
Tons of potatoes.
Tons of potatoes. Hopefully we get tons of potatoes. We got 4 garden beds full of potatoes. So hopefully, this is the first time I've ever grown potatoes. So hopefully we get a lot out of it. And I feel like I'm like just trying to fit in here.
Sorry.
I know.
Like that.
It's so hard. Because I have to hold the phone because the tripod is only goes horizontal, and I accidentally started this vertical, so I have to hold it, and I can't get my arm's not long enough.
Quick and tasty on the farm. That's Vicky from Farmer Route 66.
Oh yeah.
She said that they wish they could come to the meetings. They just need to get a little closer.
Okay.
Be so awesome.
You guys just, if you want, take a little vacation, come on up here, hang out with us.
Be so
We'll do some fun stuff.
What are we using for internet access at home?
We're using well, we're on the list for Starlink. I know a lot of people up here already have it, but not everybody has it that signed up, and so we're still on the list. We're still waiting for our turn to get Starlink, but currently we're using AT&T. We have they have a special home base unit that you can get. At least we could get it if we go into the store. They don't have it online on their website or anything, but we went into the AT&T store here, and they sold us a home base unit. So that's what we use at home. It's like it's just like it's a home router, Wi-Fi through their cell service, and provides Wi-Fi for the house. But it's not super fast, and it's pretty spotty. Lately, the last month, it's been really poor, actually.
Yeah, it's been weird. We've been having to download episodes and stuff, like on the phone, and then watch them at home.
Yeah.
We're watching Merlin right now.
Merlin.
Super good show. You were planning to expand solar system. How big do you want to expand it, and when are you planning on doing that?
So we're going to add 16 solar panels to it. They're Mission solar panels, 345 watts. We're going to add that to it. When we're working out how we're going to do the mounting of those panels. So we got to figure out how we're going to mount it and all of that first. But we have the panels; they're in the garage, and so that part of it. Hopefully, we'll get 8 more batteries and go up to 48 volts rather than the 24 that we're at now. So, but we'll see. We shall see. But for sure, the 16 panels.
It's cool.
What else you got? You didn't say the man part, dude.
What part?
Solar panel expansion. Man.
Where?
Right there. The question you just read. It's off the screen now.
Oh, no, that was actually a different question I was reading.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's funny.
Yeah, you got to say man a lot. If you don't say man a lot, you're not a man.
Oh.
You're a woman.
I say man a lot. I say dude more than man. I say dude a whole lot.
So somebody asked, how much does a house cost in America? And that's going to depend on where you live. So this is what I would suggest. If you want to know the prices of houses, you could download the app called Zillow, or you could just get on your computer and go to realtor.com or Zillow.com, and you could look at the United States, and you could look all over the country wherever you want and see how much houses cost and see pictures of them and all kinds of stuff. Because it varies a lot depending on the size of the house, the location of the house, the age of the house.
That's true.
Lots. Big variety. What else you got? Do you have T-Mobile 5G there? Yes, we do. We're actually using T-Mobile right now. That's what we have on our phones. Yep. T-Mobile has a home internet system. They do. I put my address in for that, and they said it was not available in my area. Lame. Let's see. On the roof of the garage, definitely. That, in a video I said that I was going to put them on the roof of the garage because that roof faces south. But after further deliberation, I'm thinking I'm not going to put them on the roof because it'll be too hard to remove the snow from them. And so, yeah, it'll probably slide off, but it might take days. If you get say like an inch of snow and it melts a little bit and then freezes, it freezes to the glass and it doesn't want to slide off. And so they need to be in a location where I can get to them with like a push broom and be able to sweep them off. Otherwise, the snow is going to be stuck on there. Man.
Do you have any advice for someone moving off grid with 3 kids under 3 years of age?
Any advice?
Yeah, any advice?
Do it.
Eugene Trotter.
If you want to do it, do it. Kids are really adaptable, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Seth's bed was a suitcase for a long time. Literally, a big, like, old suitcase, in Indonesia. We moved, we lived off grid in Indonesia, in a village. Like, it depends on the boat you got on, but it was typically a 3-hour boat ride to the nearest town. And, yeah, I mean, Sarah was really small when we moved there. You were like, what, 2 years old when we moved there? And Seth was born when we were there. And so, I mean, kids are raised all over the world in all different types of conditions. Probably your off-grid situation here is better than most people's on-grid situation around the world, in a lot of other countries. So if kids can live there, they can live anywhere.
Yeah. That's honestly probably a really good age to do it because they
They don't
won't
know any better.
different.
Yeah.
Like, when I was in Papua, like I remember living in the village and stuff. Like I have really good memories from there. Like it was a great experience, and like super rural area. Like we're better off here than we were there. You know what I mean?
Like technology.
Yeah, technology wise, and it was.
Yeah.
It was a good experience.
Like if you don't know that there's a such thing as a light switch, you don't miss it.
Yeah.
It's like when we first came back. Was it you or Seth? It must have been you. When we went to the water fountains. Yeah. Yeah. Tell them about the water fountains.
So like in Indonesia, you don't drink out of the tap because it's just not. You could get sick.
Not clean enough.
Yeah, it's not clean enough for that. Ugh. So you just filter your water, or you buy get big gallons, jugs of water, and drink that. And so when we went to America, I was shocked that you could drink from the sink, and then water fountains were so cool. So I would drink from every single water fountain I found.
Yeah, once we get off the plane, you're like, there's a water fountain.
Yeah, they're really fun.
You're gonna unplug for a little while.
Okay. Oh, but you're talking about the drive-through, and I don't remember this. I was too little.
Oh yeah, so the drive-through, right? We came home for something, and we went through the drive-through at McDonald's, and she was shocked. There's somebody speaking through a microphone. That's funny.
It was funny.
Anyway.
Do it.
No problem. Yeah, just do it if you want to. And remember, I mean, living off grid there's a wide variety of off grid living, right? Like we live off grid, but that apartment has a dishwasher in it, right? And an on demand hot water heater. It's got a stackable washer dryer in it, so, or you could, use bear grease candles and wear buckskin and live in a cave. There's a wide variety there. And so it just depends on what you want to do.
Yeah. Alfredo asked how the summer's been. It's been good so far. We've been super busy. Yeah.
Super busy, it's been really cool, except for the last week or two.
Yeah, that's my only complaint, I guess, kind of. Well, I've been telling Colin about how warm Idaho summers are, and it's gorgeous, and it is, but it took a month for it to heat up. Yeah. It was really weird. It's been pretty cool. Really weird summer.
It was pretty cool there for a while.
Yeah, it's rainy and cold, and we're wearing jackets outside in June. But it's been fun. We've gotten a lot done already.
Hey, Syl's here.
Yeah. Hey.
How you doing, Syl? Nice to see you in the chat. You're late. That's okay. We had a technical problem earlier and lost everybody, and then some people came back. So you didn't miss too much. What else you got? Sarah, that's that one. Oh, summer vacation at home.
Yeah, that was.
You're in Florida. Somebody wink with a bunch of numbers is in Florida. What else you guys got? If you got any questions, we'd love to answer your questions. That's what we're here for today. And to apologize why we don't have a video this week.
How's the solar system working now?
It's working great now. Yeah, it's working really good. Powers everything. Sometimes we overload it. Yeah, sometimes we overload it. But I think it's because we don't have it balanced very well. We run primarily off of only one inverter, and we have 2 inverters that run in parallel. so that we have 240 volts. We have two 120 volt legs, kind of like your standard house. But we run primarily everything off of one inverter, and then the well also runs, the other one runs half of the well, right? Because it's a 240 volt well pump. So anyway, if we balance that out better, once we get it all wired into the panel, like like we ought to, then it should be more balanced and we won't overload it. But sometimes, like if you're running the well and the microwave, usually it'll overload it.
The microwave.
It takes a lot of power.
Yeah, it does. Eugene asks if you have any resources for some newbies, or like what resources are there for newbies? Like I think he's talking about homesteading or off-gridding.
Yeah.
Newbies.
So we have a website. It's called Down to Earth Homesteaders, and on the menu there you'll see a tab for resources, and so we have some resources on there that you can check out if you want to know like what our solar system is and stuff like that. There's some resources there. Otherwise, YouTube, you could learn so much stuff on YouTube on how to do pretty much everything. And there's some really good books on framing and building. Um, I can't remember the names of them right now, but they're on Amazon. Just look at the reviews, and I would we got like 4 framing books, I think, and each one, most of them have the exact same information in them, but each one has something unique to it that makes it valuable. So like some have more about footers and foundations, and other ones have more about like more detailed stuff about framing and like how many nails to put in each. Like you're supposed to put so many nails in each board when you nail them together. Who knew? But there's a number of nails that you're supposed to put in there.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, get some framing books if that's what you want to do. YouTube, it's good stuff.
Don't you have links to the books in your description?
Not in this one.
Not
I don't
this
know.
one.
Yeah, in some video there's we talk about it, but they may be on our website actually, Down to Earth Homesteaders. So
Yeah.
yeah, they may be on there in the resource section. Could be.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got?
How big is our territory?
Our territory, as far as our feet can take us. No, I think you're talking about our property. It's 7 acres. If somebody wants to figure out how many hectares 7 acres is, post that in the comments, please, because a lot of other places don't use acres, they use hectares. And then maybe how many square meters that is, because other places go by square meter. So we have 7 acres, how many hectares, and how many square meters is that?
Are we riding in the back of a limo?
No, this is our pickup. That's our truck. Hey, Walker Farm. How's it going?
Hey, guys.
Nice to see you again. We're answering questions, by the way, on here. If you got any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat, and we will answer your question.
Does Colin work hard, or is he lazy?
Colin? He's pretty lazy. Nah, he's a good worker. For reals, he's a good worker. He's pretty diligent, for sure. 2.83 hectares. That's how much land we've got.
Cool.
7 acres is 2.83 hectares. Thank you so much. Somebody asked a question. I think Syl asked a question.
That was the limo one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's nice to see you too there, Walker Farm fan. What else you got? Any more questions on there? Maybe we answered all the questions.
Syl said, I hear Martin's YouTube channel is the only channel you need to build a house.
That's right. That's the only one, man. Thanks so much for that. He said, I think Syl said, how's the church going up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going really good.
Yeah.
We have, I don't know, we've been growing numerically.
We've been doing a lot together.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot together. Like, it's a really active congregation, and family orientated, and it's just simple, like it's just simple New Testament Christianity. It's not a lot of fluff. It's not a lot of hype. We're just trying to do what the Bible says, and be a family, and love each other. So that's how it's going. If that's the kind of stuff you like, then you like it.
Yeah, it's fun.
What else you got there?
Here's a good one. What's one thing you do differently if you started over?
That's a good question, and I understand where you're coming from. The difficult part is if I was to start over, do I have to start over with the same amount of money I had in the beginning and the same amount of knowledge I had in the beginning? Or do I get to start over knowing what I know now and having the income that we have now? Yeah, you know? So if I had to start over in the exact same situation, I don't think I'd do anything different because we did what we could afford with the knowledge that we had, you know? Um, but if I could do it different and have the knowledge and income that we have now, I think I would I would plan to build the house all in one piece, you know, like instead of doing it in sections.
It's like a patchwork house.
Yeah, probably. I would make the house wider, I think. It's the main part of the house was 24 by 40. I think like a 30 by 40 would have been better. But at the time, where I was concerned about floor joists and the cost of floor joists to span that far, although we could have done it. Now, looking back, if I would have used 2 by 12s, we could have spanned that with a beam going down the middle, but I didn't, I just didn't know everything. So I think it would have made the main house a little bit wider.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And another thing with the solar, right? Solar was done on a budget, so in the beginning, we didn't have a lot of money. We used cheap lead acid batteries. We only had 4 solar panels. Um, so, and the stuff that we'd purchased wasn't compatible with expanding the system later. So we had to replace it, and so I think that it'd be good, even if you don't have the budget, to plan your system, your solar system out for what you would like to have eventually, and then buy components that are compatible with what you want to have eventually. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Otherwise, you end up buying things twice, and you have all these spare parts. You have a shed full of old solar parts.
Have we moved into the apartment?
Yes. I haven't moved into there, but they have.
Yeah, Seth and I are staying in the apartment, and while Seth was at camp,
Yeah.
Mom and Dad were in there.
So how is it? How do you like it?
I love it. It's great. It's so cozy. The space is used really well. It does not feel cramped at all. Like it's not even that big of a space.
Yeah, it's like 700. It's like 750 square feet. It's 26 by 28.
Yeah, and we even have like, isn't it a queen size bed in each of the rooms?
No, it's a double.
It's a double. So it like it's pretty big, but you still have room. We have the closet space, the desks. It's great.
Yeah. So there's a thumbnail with Sarah on it. If you go back and look at our videos, the thumbnail with Sarah, she looks shocked. That's the reveal of the apartment. It gives you a tour of the whole finished, completed thing.
Super cool.
Yepers. What else you got?
How many kilowatts is our solar system?
That's been asked quite a bit. Okay, so here's the whole rundown, okay? Somebody with a calculator. Right now, currently, we have 4 250-watt solar panels. We have 4 370-watt solar panels, and we have 2 350-watt solar panels. I'm pretty sure. It's really close to that anyway. So that's what we have. We have a total of 10 panels right now. Those are all the wattages. So currently, what do we have? And then we're adding 16 solar panels that are 345 watts.
Cool.
So now we can say, when that question comes up again, look back in the chat. Somebody put it in there for you.
Living off grid probably gives you more freedom. Are there any concerns you have now which you might not have when living like normally, not off grid?
I would say that could be true depending on how you live, but say like we have wood heat, right? For the main part of the house. There's a furnace in the apartment, but we have only wood heat in the main part of the house. So a concern that you have is when you leave for a couple of days in the wintertime is you have to winterize the house. Otherwise you come back and your toilet's frozen, you know? So, I mean, there are some extra concerns to living off grid. You have to, make sure that you have gas for your generator if you have a generator. Whereas if you're on grid, you just flip the switch and everything works. 99% of the time, the grid works just perfect and there's no problems. So I don't know if there's more or less concerns living off grid. I guess it just depends on what's important to you.
Yeah.
Like if you're using kerosene lamps, you got to make sure you have kerosene. And if somebody you got a kid knocks over a kerosene lamp in your house, that could be. I've seen Little House on the Prairie and those types of shows. It's bad. Burns down the house.
Are we gonna expand our animals for food?
Yes, eventually. That's the plan anyway.
Cool.
Yeah. What kind of animals, Sarah?
I want to do rabbits.
Rabbits. Sarah wants to do rabbits.
Rabbits and pigs. That's what I want to do.
I don't know about pigs. I don't know. I mean,
dude, at that Okie Homestead Expo, that was so cool.
It was cool,
so
but
cool and delicious.
Yeah, but I mean, I like bacon and I like smoked pulled pork. Besides that, pork chops,
Yeah.
loins. It's just not. I just don't like it that much. It's not that great for me.
But remember, he said we're cooking the pork chops wrong.
That could be.
He said that, okay, we used to have to cook them, I don't remember what temperature it was, because the meat, like, it had to be cooked. You had to cook out all the bad stuff. But now it's not like that anymore. And we're overcooking them, and they could be more delicious than they typically are. That's what they said. The guys from Hand Hewn Farm, wasn't that?
Yeah,
right? Yeah, they're so cool. Anyway.
So I don't know. But anyway, Sarah wants to do rabbits. I think
a rabbit tractor.
What I'd like. I've said this many times, so forgive me if you've heard it before, but I would like to get like a sheep, a goat, a pig.
Oh yeah, they're cool.
I don't know, a cow. We don't have I don't think we got the space for a cow, and we don't have the grass. So something smaller animals, and get one of each, raise them up, and then butcher them, and see which ones we really like, and then from there expand. Right? Don't just like go all in with goats, and then you're like, man, I don't even like goat. And you got like 20 goats now. What are you gonna do with them all?
Yeah.
So that's kind of my thought on that anyway. Raise them up, butcher them yourself, do everything yourself, see which ones you like, and then expand it.
Pair in Sweden noticed that we did not install a diffusion barrier after we insulated the ceiling and walls. Are we not afraid of condensation damage?
That's true. So in the main house, we call it a vapor barrier here, but I'm sure we're talking about the same thing. It's like plastic. You put it on the wall. And so depending on where you live, right? And he's where? In Sweden?
Yes.
So you're probably in a heat dominant climate like we are. That vapor barrier goes on the inside of the house, not on the outside. I mean, there's one on the outside too, but it's a separate deal from like living in a humid environment it's a predominant cooling environment. So we did not put one in the apartment because after doing more research, we found that the sheetrock and latex paint does an excellent job of being a vapor barrier anyway. So, if you're going to do like say shiplap with no sheetrock, then that's going to have a lot of spaces in there that moisture can get through. Otherwise, then you'd want to have a vapor barrier behind that. But if we sheetrock the whole thing and then latex paint the whole thing, it's pretty sealed the way it is. So that's why.
Cool. Chad Collins asks, what tool is your greatest asset?
My brain.
They can't buy that on Amazon.
He's probably talking about like physical tool.
Uh-huh.
I don't have it with me today.
Your knife?
My knife. Man, most utilized tool. Oh, check this out, man. This thing's nasty.
Why?
My most utilized tool.
What'd you do to it?
I was cutting. It's way cleaner. I just scraped it all off this morning. I haven't had a chance to clean it off, but it's sticky. Hear that?
Gross.
This is my most utilized tool.
They probably mean more like construction tools.
Yeah. Oh, so what happened to it? I was cutting ice and water shield, with it, and that stuff's like really sticky and really tar. Like it's like a tarry sticky. It smells kind of like asphalt. Anyway, that's what's all over it right now. Man, I don't know. Skill
Skill
saw?
saw? Oh, yeah.
Probably the skill saw is
Because you
is
cut
our
boards
most
with
used
it.
saw.
You cut the boards that you're gonna use to build a house.
Yeah.
But then you need like a nail gun.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, you could use a hammer now.
Oh, that's true.
But I mean, you could use a hand saw as well. Skill saw, I'd say.
Yeah.
That's my answer for right now. Let me know in the comments below what your what was it?
The greatest asset.
The greatest tool asset?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let us know my phone. That's the greatest tool asset. Let us know in the comments below what your greatest tool asset is.
Someone said we should get sheep.
I've had sheep. Sheep, the mutton. I've had that, and I liked it when I had it. We had it in Indonesia, and then I bought like a lamb chop or I don't know some type of lamb thing from the grocery store and cooked it on the grill, and it was delicious. I really liked it. It had a lot of fat in it, so it was like really like that kind of creamy, fatty. It was really good. It didn't have that funny taste that you might expect. So anyway, maybe it might be sheep.
Sheep are just like dirty.
Yeah, they're gross.
So
they look gross to me. Oh, nasty looking.
Yeah, I don't know. I like goats, and goats taste good. I like goat.
I don't know. We'll
You
see.
like goat?
Yeah, but I think goat's a lot leaner. I think. Let me know. Is goat a lot leaner than sheep? Goat. Chevron. Is that what it's called?
What?
I think goat meat's called chevron.
Really?
Ostrich. Syl says ostrich. I think ostrich is a red meat, isn't it? You think they do good in the snow? Most costly mistake so far.
That's a good question.
Most costly mistake. Let me think about that as we continue on. Okay, I'll try to come back to that question. Most is always so hard for me to answer.
He doesn't like those questions.
It's like a pet peeve.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to you personally. I just mean like, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Like, favorite? Like of all time or like this week? What do you mean? Like, anyway. So, I like to ask Sarah.
What is one of your favorites?
Yeah. All right. Anyway, what was the question again I was supposed to be thinking about?
Most costly mistake.
Most costly mistake. Okay.
Should we sell our off-grid in East Texas and move to Idaho? Is the snow a problem?
The snow is wonderful. The problem is we don't get enough of it. I wanted 6 feet on the ground this year, and I think we only got up to like 4. We had piles of snow that were 6 feet or taller, but like just level on the ground, we probably had about 4 feet. This year, hopefully, we'll put the front porch on, which will extend. It'll be an 8-foot front porch, like a long deck and porch on the front of the house. And so we'll get all of the snow off of the roof and all of the snow off of the deck, all piling up right there. And hopefully it'll pile up to the roof. So when you walk out the front door and you stand on the deck, all you see is a wall of snow. Hopefully.
Be cool.
If not, that's my snow problem.
How difficult of a decision was it to camp on the land while building, and was it hard to get everyone on board?
It was pretty easy decision to do for us. I think one of the benefits of it, we had talked about getting an RV, like a camp trailer, and staying in a camp trailer, and that would seem like it's a good idea, and it may be a wonderful idea for somebody else. But the problem is, two things, in my opinion. One is everybody is so close together.
Yep.
You're all crammed into this little tiny spot, right? And so you got, parents and kids all in the same thing. There's not really much privacy. And so the way that we did it is we had tents and we were spread out and there was privacy. You could like get away from people and go in your tent. Or you could say to the kids, go to your tent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like there's some privacy there that you would have in a regular home, where you could go to your bedroom at night, and be in your bedroom alone. And the so the tents gave us that type of privacy and space. And then the other thing is when it got cold, it got super cold in there, and there was no heat source. I mean, we had those buddy heaters.
Yeah,
They warmed it up, but what did they do?
They made it really wet.
Really wet, yeah.
Inside.
Like it rained off of the ceiling. It was so wet in
But
there.
I was thankful for him. It was
Yeah.
getting cold before I got in the house.
Like really cold.
Yeah. It was, well, we had snow actually. I mean, like not like it didn't like stick around, but it was starting to. Winter was coming.
Yeah. But so living in the tents, I think, gave us more motivation to work harder and faster to finish the house. If we had a comfortable place to live, like an RV, we might not have worked as hard and fast.
You know, I don't even remember like the conversation of, hey, this is what we're gonna do. I don't even remember that.
Well,
we just did it.
We just did it.
Yeah. It wasn't even a big deal. I don't feel like it was a big deal. Like it was an adventure, you know?
Yeah.
It was fun.
It wasn't a very big deal. I think we're weird. Like I don't think we're not normal. Especially you.
What chore do you dislike the most?
What chore do I dislike the most? Washing dishes.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't like washing dishes.
Huh. Okay, here's another question. What is a chore you like? But like that is a chore.
Making dirty dishes.
That's not a chore.
Oh man, a chore that I like. I think keeping up with our power. I like that. Keeping up with the water, making sure it's going good, fixing problems when they happen, on the water system or the power system. I like that.
Yep. It's cool. Did you ever lose something in the snow? Like keys or something? I think I lost my keys in the snow. I think I did. We never found them.
We lost tools in the snow and then found them the next spring. We lost a half gallon of ice cream in the snow.
Well,
Tell them the
okay.
story.
I think it was New Year's Eve, and we had put a gallon of ice cream in the snow. We were gonna eat later, and Tux had been gone a really long time. And then we were like, "Oh no, the ice cream!" And we went out there, and he had
Dug it up.
He had dug it up, poked a hole in it, and had eaten half the ice cream, and then he threw it up. It was really funny.
It's bad. So the guy that was asking about moving from East Texas to Idaho, East Texas is nice, you know. It's all piney woods, it's Texas, right? So as far as politically wise, I mean Idaho and Texas are pretty close as far as I know. We're both red states. So why move to Idaho is the question.
Maybe just the climate.
Maybe the climate, right? That'd be a good reason. In my opinion, that would be the best reason, is because East Texas is hot and humid in the summer, and I like winter. So, yeah.
Have you ever considered investing in a sawmill to cut your own lumber?
Barely. I barely considered it because a lot of our trees are pretty small. Like we could get a few 2x4s out of a tree, but we don't have really big trees on our property, so we'd have to buy the trees and then mill it and then dry it. So to me, personally, on our situation, it's not very practical. But other people have them, and they work great for them, and they've got trees to cut up, and it's wonderful for them, and that's good.
What elevation are we at?
We're at like 2,200 feet, somewhere around there, 2,300 feet. What else you got?
Is it harder living in a village than in a city in the U.S.?
Is it hard living in a village? No, it's not. I mean, it depends on what you want, right?
He's talking about in the U.S.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying it just depends on, if you're a city person, and you love the city and you like all of the conveniences of a city, then it would be hard to live in a village. We'd call it a small town here, but I know what you mean. And so it just depends. It's like if you love living out in the country, you could say that as well. If you love living out in the country and then you move to the city, it'd be hard to live in the city, so
I like a nice middle ground. I like having the outdoors at home and just like open and peaceful and calm and like pretty, but I like having access to the city.
yeah.
Like I would feel really trapped, I think, if I couldn't go out there, and like
Like
go to a
if
city.
town was like
Yeah.
a 2 week
Oh
drive.
yeah. Like I need to be able to get out.
Yeah.
But I like being able to go home to like
Quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neighbors are really close. So we have 7 acres, but we built close to the property line, and so our neighbors are pretty close. They could be further away had we built in a different location, but we built where we wanted to, knowing that we were close to the property line and knowing that we were going to probably have close neighbors in the future, and our neighbors are really cool. So
yeah. Did anyone get really sick, and how did you manage?
We got COVID. I mean, we got fairly sick from that, but nothing serious. Like, didn't go to the hospital or anything. Besides that, we haven't really gotten sick. I mean, maybe a cold or something.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Not really.
Tired, sleepy. Ask a question quick.
Is the road plowed during the winter? And how do you manage getting around the heavy snow? Or in heavy snow?
So, all of the like public roads, like county roads, state roads, are all plowed by either the city roads as well. They're all plowed by either the city, the county, or the state. And so those are all taken care of. Those are pretty much going to be all your paved roads and some of the gravel or dirt roads. And then the rest of the roads are private roads. And so the people that live on those roads typically take care of the plowing themselves. And so us and our neighbor, we take care of our road ourselves. We plow it ourselves, smooth it out if it needs to be, smoothed out. We put rock on it. Was that last summer? Last summer we put rock on the road and made it a lot nicer. But we did all that ourselves. So that's how you deal with it. Get a snowplow, tractor, a snow blower, something along those lines, a shovel and a sturdy back, and you got to remove the snow yourself if you're on a private road.
We've been going for an hour almost.
Almost an hour. What else you got?
Is your left arm getting tired yet?
Yes, it is, man. I keep switching, man. My arm's getting so tired. It's like it's sitting on the dash, right? Like, see, like it's right here. It's sitting on the dash, but I got to hold it up right.
How do you manage mud?
You grow stuff in the dirt. So we had a lot of mud, and then we planted clover, mostly clover, and that helped a lot with the mud. Once that clover came up, and then the next spring there wasn't nearly as much mud, so there's a lot less mud now. And we put rock on the road, and that took care of the mud bog in the road. We put fabric down first, road fabric, and then we put rock on top of that. What else you got?
Are we going to cover the stairs to the apartment?
How are we gonna? We did. We covered it. It's coming out in a video for you guys here soon. So yeah, they're covered, and it looks awesome. It came out great.
I love it.
It came out really good. Although the title might be something that may indicate it wasn't great. I don't know yet, but it's
a little behind the scenes.
Yeah, it came out good. We extended that out. The water and the snow is going to go off over the stairs, so it'll be a lot nicer this winter. What else you got?
Are you excited for the meetup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be cool. We just had a meeting today with the other YouTube channels. Well, some of the other YouTube channels that are participating, and about planning and all that kind of stuff. like who's bringing ice chests full of what kinds of drinks, and like all that kind of stuff. Like emergency. What if somebody like breaks an arm or has a stroke or something? How are you going to handle that? All that kind of stuff. And so yeah, we just had a meeting about that today, and we're ready. It's like so ready.
Someone said, "Great, I got tired of watching you clean them off the stairs."
Hey,
it's really funny.
He got tired of watching us.
Yeah, don't you think we got tired of cleaning them? No, it'd be really nice to have them.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Covered.
It'll keep the stairs a lot cleaner, and it'll just be nicer for sure.
Will we ever come back to visit Indonesia again?
I hope so.
Me too.
I hope so.
Me too.
As soon as it's so weird. All these like different rules for different countries and travel restrictions and all that stuff. It's so normal up here in Idaho.
Yeah.
It's like everything is normal. There's no COVID talk really. I mean, nobody's wearing masks. I mean, maybe you occasionally see somebody somewhere, but it's just like normal. And then to think about going to other places, and it's still weird. It's still weird in these other places. So anyway, who knows? Hopefully though, everything will get back to normal, and you won't have all these weird travel restrictions.
You ever gonna shave your beard?
Probably someday. Don't you think?
Probably.
I mean, I plan on living a while, so I don't know. But probably. Sandpoint seems a lot like Idaho City. Ah, maybe so. I've never been to Idaho City, I don't think. Nope, I don't think
Is
so.
Idaho City in Idaho?
I don't, maybe. I mean, I grew up in a town that was named after another state. That's weird, huh?
There's like so many places like that.
Like Colorado, this isn't the name of town, but maybe like Colorado City in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Do we still do meet and greets?
Yeah, we're actually having one coming up in July. So there was a whole registration process for that, guys, and it's already closed. It's already full. But yes, we are. A couple hundred people probably showing up. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
And if you see us in town, you can always meet and greet us.
For sure.
We like to talk to you guys. Don't feel like weird, like, oh, I don't want to bug them. No, we like it. We like talking to you guys. It's encouraging to us, and you know, if we wanted to be really private people, then we wouldn't be posting stuff on YouTube and all of that. We want to meet you. We want to hang out with you and get to know you. What else you got?
Do you need another pencil holder?
Not right now. I think he's talking about Colin.
Oh, that's funny.
The keeper of the pencil.
A pencil holder that someone had sent you.
I think he's talking about Colin.
That's funny.
And he's asking you.
I'm
probably.
Good. Appreciate it.
Any other questions coming up there? You know what? I wonder. I haven't seen the chat on. Oh, there you go. Do you guys ever plan on coming around to the East Coast?
Dude, I want to go
so bad. I do want to. I really do want to. There's so much like to see over there, so much history and so much that I don't really know about the East Coast. I've been to a lot of places in the United States, but not the East Coast. So hopefully someday. It'll be really cool. This is like what I'd love to do. Want me to tell you guys? Want me to tell them?
Yeah.
I would like to travel like to Europe, say, just as an example. Travel to Europe and let you guys know when we're traveling, and have like some of you guys in, say, like I know that some of you guys are in Portugal, right? So in Portugal, have one of you guys that wants to volunteer to organize a meetup in Portugal. And so part of like our vacation or our travel would be to go to a meetup, or in the UK, right? Like Chase, Mr. Hams, right? If Mr. Hams wanted to organize a meetup in the UK, then that could be like part of our vacation, right? So cool. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it?
Awesome to meet like people from all over. Like it's so kind of crazy. Like we're here in Sandpoint, Idaho, and you guys, and this is only like 200 or less of you, and there's like
Yeah.
10 different countries represented. It'd be so cool.
It would be
to get to
cool.
meet all of you from everywhere.
Be awesome. Go to Australia.
Yeah.
And there you probably have to divide it up, because Australia's
Yeah.
really big. But, like
So
East
cool.
Coast, West Coast kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be fun. For sure. And, do that on the East Coast. Maybe someday. We shall see.
I'm not, when I get school, I'm not very cool.
That's true. You're not.
I'm going to take like a little trip up there. Oh.
Yeah. Go take a trip. I guess I have been to the East Coast. I forgot. I don't really count it, though.
What?
Fort Jackson and Fort Gordon. But, you're just on base, boot camp and AIT. And so you don't really get to see anything. It's just getting yelled at and being hot.
Do you look at your comments and how do you respond to them?
I do look at the comments, not all the time, though. And I respond to them kindly most of the time.
He uses the voice thing.
Yeah, I
It
do.
cracks me up. He's like, thank you, period. Or just, yes, thank you for your comment, period. It's so funny. Oh dear. Do we have a plan for the next 5 years?
No, not really.
Okay. How did you like Fort Jackson?
It was fine. I didn't know any better. It was good. It was the first time being out that way, so um, yeah, it was nice. It was green. There were trees, a lot of trees from what I remember. The barracks were pretty nice. It's all brick. There were, I think, 3 stories. It's cool.
Oh, Living the Dream Homestead said, hey, long time no see.
That's right. If you guys aren't subscribed to Living the Dream Homestead, they are some good friends of ours. They're part of our YouTube community here as well, and so go ahead and check them out. See what they're doing over there on their homestead.
Is the East Coast the place most used for visiting the beach?
Wow, I don't know. I imagine. Let's think about it.
I feel like the West Coast is more known for, well,
But you got Florida.
yeah. Is that like?
I get
Is
that's
that
the East
technically?
Coast.
I mean, I
Wouldn't you
know,
think?
but like, is that like?
The East Coast and Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. If you, I grew up in California, so I think of the beach as California, not like I don't know whatever beaches they have in the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You have to ask somebody else. I'm sorry.
Are you fully off grid or connected to electric?
Wow. It depends on who you ask. I say, according to the definition of off grid, we are off grid. We are not. We have no physical connection to any grid service, any public service. Sorry, public utility to our property. So we have no connection to public utility. Some would argue that the internet is a public utility. I think that's still up in the air, whether or not in the United States it's technically a public utility. I don't think it is, although some would argue that it is. Anyway,
Depends on how you define it.
depends on how you define it. And the dictionary definition that I use is not connected to one or more public utilities. So we're off grid.
Yeah. We have our own
Yeah,
well.
yeah, you have to have a
Solar
standard,
panels.
right?
Mm-hmm.
For everything. There's so much relative. Sorry, we're getting preachy. There's so much relativism in the world that like nothing means anything anymore. Like, what's a woman? I don't know what a woman is. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And so you need to have a standard, and the standard for language is typically the dictionary, right? There's some exceptions to that, especially like with slang and stuff like that. But when you're talking about real meaningful language, you look in the dictionary to see what the word means, and that's what off grid means. So that's what we use.
Yep.
Could you imagine like signing a contract, like a real, like serious contract, and being like, oh, well, you know, payment? I thought, well, that's not what payment means to me.
That's not gonna work very
It's
well.
not going to work very well, you know. You buy a car, and then they're like, oh, the price is $30,000 for this car, and you give them like a $10 bill. And they're like, oh, the price is 30,000. Oh, well, that's this is what 30,000 means to me. Like, get out of here, man.
Do you like your current tractors, and would you like to buy something new?
Yes and yes, I would. So here's something that I would change. So this kind of goes along with the question earlier about what I would do differently. So when we bought our tractor, you guys might not, a lot of you don't know that the tractor is used and very used. It has like 8,000 hours on it, I think. But we bought it used. It was a good price and it was available, right? That's another big key there, availability. But it's a Branson, which is a good. I mean, it's a good tractor. We've had some problems with it, but mostly the problems are because of my abuse or somebody else's abuse of the tractor. And but there's not a dealer here in town, right? And parts availability, that could be because of supply chain stuff, but parts availability hasn't been the greatest for it. And that could be the case with everybody, I'm not sure. So, but I would get a tractor where there's a dealership in town. So that would be a Kubota, Yanmar, or there's a John Deere here too. But I mean, you can buy a John Deere, you're just basically buying an expensive Yanmar. Um, so yeah, Kubota. Oh, LS. We got an LS dealer in town in Yanmar. Probably Yanmar.
Is there any task you've done that you wish you'd hired out?
That I wish I would have hired out. No, I don't think so. There are tasks that in the future I may hire out, but I don't wish that I hired out any of the tasks that we've done so far.
Mhm.
I mean, the ones that we did hire out, like drilling the well, right? I mean, obviously we couldn't do that ourselves. We don't have the equipment. What you got? What still laughed out loud? He said.
Mhm.
I wonder what he laughed out loud about. We don't know. Any other questions?
Nope.
73 minutes in so far, guys.
That's a long time.
Does internet reach every place in the forest into your area, mister? I bet on our property we have cell service everywhere on our property, I bet. I haven't walked every square inch, but I'm pretty confident we have cell service on everywhere on our property.
Do you miss Indonesia?
Sometimes, yeah.
I do.
Yep.
Yep.
Sometimes we miss the people, sometimes we miss the food, sometimes we miss the weather.
Miss coconuts.
Coconuts.
Man, like you can find coconut water in cans and stuff.
It's not the same as a
But it's
fresh
not
coconut.
the same. Yeah.
Like a fresh green coconut that they just chopped
Yeah.
open and you. Sometimes they
It
put
makes
like scoops of sugar in there and mix it up. It's good.
Yeah.
Any other questions? What's still say?
I
Oh,
don't know.
oh, the $10 for 30,000.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
That's funny. That's it. Oh, wait. Oh, that's funny. On a 10-foot pole. That's really funny.
Yeah, we did that in Indonesia
Yeah, we did.
from the roof. Like
He has a
so,
video about it.
yeah, a video
Actually.
about how to like boost your cell service or something. We were in Indonesia trying to upload videos, and I got a bamboo pole. I don't know, it's pretty tall, 15 feet or so probably. We'd go up onto the roof, and I cut a notch into the top, like the bamboo is kind of like a pipe, right? So I cut a notch in there so I could slide my phone into the notch and then put it up and stand it up on the roof and get a better signal. I've done the same thing. That's so cool.
We are on the wait list for Starlink.
Who is?
We.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
For like ever.
Forever.
That came out weird. Forever. Has any of your viewers come to visit you at church?
Yeah, they have, and it's really cool. It's fun.
It's really fun. He said he'd love to come visit, but we're a long way from Tennessee.
Yes, we are.
That's where I'm at for school.
You could go. You could go visit Sarah at church in Tennessee.
Me. Yep. Go to Freed-Hardeman University.
No, but yes, she could. You could go. You could go visit her at church in Tennessee.
Please do. It's in Henderson.
Not Hendersonville.
No.
Henderson.
Yep. Why are you making your house bigger?
Why are we making our house bigger? So that the living room and the kitchen is big enough, right? It's big enough for us. We don't need it any bigger, but we're making it bigger so that we can
entertain.
Oh, bummer deal, man.
What?
Saw your I thought he said saw your address on your solar panels. Okay, never mind. But we're adding it so that we can host more people. We can have larger groups of people in our home during the winter, really. Not so much in the summertime, but in the winter, so that we can entertain more people and have more folks over and eat together and stuff like that. And just have a lot more space for sharing our lives with other people. That's really why we're adding on to the front part of the house there.
How is schooling for Seth and I?
How is schooling?
Yeah.
That's good. She's in college. She's on. So this is how homeschooling worked for us, right? Sarah did well in homeschooling, and she has social skills, right? Like, look at her. She's not drooling or anything. Right?
You just said I had no social skills the other day.
I know, but I was joking. So I mean, she's got social skills. She can carry on conversations with adults.
I am an adult.
Even when you were a kid, you're barely an adult now. And so, but she did really good, and she did great on the SAT, ACT. And so she has a full ride, goes to college for free. She's on the honor roll or whatever you call that thing. What's it called?
It's the honors college.
Honors college, dean's list, president's list, that type of stuff. She does really good, man. Seth's doing good too. He's smart. He's our human calculator, man.
He's so good.
When you got a math question, ask Seth.
Yep. It's like I'll be like, I need to sit down and focus and think about it. But he's like, it's done.
Yep. He's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Sil says, so are you planning on inviting me over? Let me know when you're in town.
Yeah, cool.
Come on.
Oh, here's a good question. Have you considered filtering your water before you fill your tank so that the iron doesn't stain or settle in the pipes and toilets?
That's a good question. No, I haven't considered it because why? I don't know why, actually.
It would make sense.
It would make sense.
Mom's always like, scrub the toilet so it doesn't stain.
It's true. That's a good thought.
What kind of advice do you have for new parents?
What kind of advice do I have for new parents? Be consistent. And remember that you're the parent. Yeah?
Yeah.
The kid's not the one in control. He's not the one in charge. When you say no, it's no. It's not no until the kid asks 5 times. Then it's yes. It's no. And it stays that way. Even if you change your mind, probably it ought to stay no for consistency's sake. Or yes, right? Or yes. You don't say yes and then change your mind later and say no. You need to be consistent and disciplined. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
Lots of spankings, man. Whew.
Yeah.
Get a tough hand.
Mom used a wooden spoon.
Yeah, I mean, use something because your hand's gonna get so sore. So make sure you get some good utensil on hand.
But yeah.
But seriously, I mean, there's
making the boundaries
Proverbs.
Clear.
Read through Proverbs a lot.
Well, because if it's yes one time, or if it's no, and then the kid learns that if he just asks enough, then it's yes, then it's just gonna be.
You just trained him.
Yeah. Well, the kids trained you.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but you train the kid
Yeah.
that you have to ask 5 times
And then
until
it's yes.
then you get what you want, basically. I mean, or you throw a fit in the grocery store to get what you want, and you're like, man, why does my kid always throw fits in the grocery store? Well, it's because probably you give them what they want after they've thrown a fit. If there's no point in throwing a fit, there's only bad comes from it.
Mom, there's like a story of I wouldn't do something. I wouldn't apologize for something. I think I was young. I was like 3 or 4 or something. And but mom told me to, and it took like 2 hours of like discipline before I finally gave in. But it was like she told that story to me though to show like how important it was that I needed to learn. Like if mom told me to do something, I had to do it. And like I had to like break my will down so I would do it. It's just like I wouldn't apologize. I was being stubborn, but mom had to teach me like go apologize.
Yep. So do I let Sarah/Seth drive off of the property much? Sarah drives off of the property all the time. Like, I mean, she has her license. She goes to school. She has her car at school in Tennessee. So I mean, Sarah, yes. Seth, no, because he doesn't have his driver's license yet. But he is like he practice drives, with us. So yeah, I mean, they have to have so many hours of practice driving before they can get their license, and so yeah.
Yeah.
But Seth, not so much. Just because he doesn't have his license. When he gets his license, he can drive off of the property, more often.
More often. Other than wood, do we have another heating source?
In the main house, no. In the apartment, we have a furnace in there, like a propane furnace.
Sleeping arrangements, outside or inside?
Inside. Sleep indoors.
Um, siding.
That's like the question that's on everybody's mind. I don't know. Don't know yet on the siding. Probably white, predominantly white with black trim. But what the siding is going to be made out of, I don't know yet. I don't want the cement logs. I don't want that. Other people can have it, and that's great for them, but that's not what I want. So, you know,
How many languages do you speak?
2. Hey, Ambition Strikes. Hey guys, check that out, man. Ambition Strikes. You guys got your check mark.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I changed my name on my channel, and I lost my check mark.
That's so sad.
I know, and I don't think I'll ever get it back. Oh well.
It's weird.
But anyway, if you change your name, you're gonna lose. Don't lose your check mark, man. That thing's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. Makes you stand out.
So anyway, if you guys don't follow Ambition Strikes, they're part of our YouTube group here, and good friends of ours. Check them out. They're just in the chat here. They're doing a really cool build right now. He's like a metal fabricator guy. He's like really cool and stuff.
You said you always have a check mark.
But don't ever tell Riley what he should do, because he'll get mad at you for that.
How do you get a check mark?
I think you have to have 100,000 subscribers, I think, and I forget. I think you have to. I don't. You have to apply for it. I forget. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Do you have a check mark?
Yeah, I do.
I forget.
I think you do have to apply. I wrote an article on it actually.
Now you got to apply for it.
It's one of the verification things. There's like two things called verification. That's one of them, and I think you have to apply for it. But
there
then
you go.
I don't remember what the criteria is, and then you accept it or decline. I don't
There you
remember.
go. Something like that. So now we got Living the Dream Homestead and Ambition Strikes in the same little area here in the chats. Both friends of ours, guys. Check out their channels.
Are we in a high fire area? And if so, what have we done to mitigate the risks?
Okay. in my opinion, we're not in a very high fire area because it's fairly moist here. Like right now, right? It's mid July, right? Like see all that? It's like green, tall green weeds. And so other places, say like California, it's a lot drier, much higher fire risk. So that's my thoughts on that. And what are we doing? We're thinning the forest. We're living up our trees, and to help mitigate that fire potential.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. What'd Sil say?
We just need because we can.
Yeah, we just need them on here, but they're not here. They were here earlier though, not on the chat, but they were here in person earlier.
Who got the dirt moving job?
Nobody yet. It's still there. The pile's still there.
I think Tuck should
I
move
think
it.
we're probably going to end up, if we don't get our tractor back in time, we'll probably end up renting a tractor to move it. Otherwise, maybe Sarah.
No. Somebody said, what was it that you boys should do it and Mom
I
and
know I should supervise.
Oh, and then Seth and Colin do it and Mom and I get to sit under a tree with a glass of iced tea. I mean, I thought that was a great plan.
That is a pretty good plan. What else we got?
Sil said Colin can move it.
Colin can move it all, according to Sil. See, Sarah, what are your goals when you get out of college? Ooh,
Oh boy.
Grandma wants to know.
Grandma wants to know, man.
I want to know. Tell us. Tell the world right now. Make your whole life's decision.
All right, here we go. From 19 to 50. Here's what I'm doing. Just kidding. No, I have 2 years left. I'll be starting my junior year in August, and should graduate on time, hopefully. If not early, probably won't do early. I think I could if I really wanted to, but I don't think so. I don't know. I think I would like to move back here for a little bit.
Rent that apartment for
Yeah,
$3,000 a month.
300.
Oh, 300. Okay.
I don't know. We'll see, but I'd like to spend time in Indonesia again. That's kind of like those are like the two things that are most like I really want to do that.
It's cool.
Yeah, I want to start a graphic design business, freelance design. I'm already doing that actually. I'm working on it. It's really fun.
Cool. So somebody sounded sad.
Why is it?
So that's kind of Sarah's plans right now. I don't know. Somebody said, I'm pretty sure I got blocked. At the very least, ignored.
Aww.
You all have a wonderful night.
That's
Be
so
back
sad.
tomorrow. That is sad, Chris P.
You weren't blocked?
Nope. Didn't block anybody yet. Chris P, you probably didn't get ignored either. You probably accidentally got skipped over. And we apologize for that. So if you want to ask your question again, we'll try to get to it.
How long does it take to edit a weekly video? That really depends on how long the footage is. I would say between 5 and 8 hours. I think.
Yeah. Takes a while. It takes a while, but it's worth it, and that's our job.
Yeah.
What else you got there?
Does being a YouTube celebrity ever impose on your personal lives? Getting recognized in public, etc.
I would not call it an imposition. But I could see how some people would think that it would be, or some people might feel that it is. And so to me, it's not. I enjoy meeting you guys. If you see us in town, say hi. We'd love to talk to you. But, it just depends on your personality and what you want. If you want to be a YouTube celebrity, no. If you don't want to talk to people in public or be recognized in public, probably shouldn't become a YouTube celebrity. I don't think we're celebrities, by the way, but that's what he said.
Are you gonna build us another home for me and Seth? For me or Seth?
No, but I might give you advice or something on how to build your own home. I might help you build your own home.
It's funny.
Oh, hey, Chris P's back. What do you say?
He said, no, it's all good. Y'all have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Stay classy, folks.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right, Chris.
How often does that happen? How often we get to meet people?
Relatively often.
Like, just randomly?
Yeah, randomly. I don't know.
There's a lady
I think-
at Walmart we met, Mom and I did the other day. It was just, like, really brief. Like,
Yeah.
But it was cool.
I think that, you know, I mean, we live in it's a fairly small town, and we've been here for a while now. So I think that some people have already met us and they don't say anything again, you know, but I don't know. Home Depot is probably the biggest, like, meeting place because, you know, people that are interested in what we're doing probably go to Home Depot also. But McDonald's is another place where we meet people, you know, at random. But it's fairly often.
Yep. When will you be back in Tennessee, Sarah? August.
August.
Yep. Starting school in August.
You know what's weird? The truck shut off.
You didn't do that?
No. I bet it's like a safety feature.
Weird.
It was idling, but it was idling for like an hour with the air conditioner on, and it just shut off all by itself. Fuel efficiency, maybe. Sound issue. Sorry about that, Jojo2113. What was the best answer? Living the Dream Homestead says best answer, Marty. I don't know what that was. I don't know what I answered, man. I want to know what was the best answer. I'm a Home Depot
Celeb.
It's because you spend so much money there, huh?
That's really funny.
Yeah, and you could buy in sticks of gold. Think our signal's weak. That could be. Sorry about that. Mary's Homestead. Something about being in the Smokies. Marty. You do have a mountain in the Smokies, she said. Mary's Homestead. I don't know if that's true or not.
What do you mean?
Do they have mountains in the Smokies?
The Smokies are the mountains.
They're like hills.
They're not even. They're pretty.
They're like, yeah, I mean, hills are pretty. Right? Aren't you guys, hills are pretty, right?
Our mountains are like the same size. Yeah, they are. Like the ones that we drive by.
Yeah, but I never even been there. I don't know. I just like to joke around. They might have mountains there. It's possible, but from what I understand, they're hills.
The ones that I went to, or the ones I saw, the Smokies looked like the ones right by that Sandpoint is by.
You guys know I'm not serious, right? Yeah. I just like to joke. Come on now. Yep. I know. They're mountains. What else we got? Any other questions? If there's no more questions, we're going to have to go. Hi, we just moved off-grid here in Canada, BC. That's so cool.
That's cool.
It's a beautiful area. Next summer, might be letting the cat out of the bag a little early. Oh, we already talked about it. Seth and I might be driving through Canada on motorcycles next summer on our way to Alaska. We'll see. But that's the plan anyway, depending on travel restrictions. Anyway. How was the 4th? 4th was good. We went to the fireworks here in town and had fun. It rained pretty much the whole day before evening.
We saw the Roosevelt Cedar Grove.
Yep.
Except we didn't actually see the grove. We just saw the waterfall. Granite Falls.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Syl says, what part of Alaska? I'm thinking, this is our thought anyway right now, is that we drive up and we go all the way to Anchorage. And then Julie and Sarah fly up to Alaska and meet us there. And then we like do tourist stuff together all as a family. And then either we sell our motorcycles in Alaska and fly back, or we drive back on them back to Idaho. I don't know which one yet. 6,643 feet is what the tallest one, the tall Dome in the Smoky Mountains. That's a pretty good size hill.
Dad.
You know, like gopher. You know, like gophers. Sometimes they get kind of tall. Those hills, kind of like that.
That's so mean.
That's pretty tall. It's pretty tall, but it's not like super tall. Like Donner Pass in California is like 8,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's good.
Ron from Wetmore, Colorado. That's his name. That's really funny. His mountains are 8,000 to 1,400 feet.
Where?
Or sorry, 14,000. I'm sorry. I assume Colorado.
Oh, in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Colorado's got a lot that are 14,000 feet. Those are mountains.
Mary's Homestead said, "Oh yes, Steve Klingman's dome is a good size hill." But hiking up it. That's funny.
That's so funny. Yeah. That's East Coast versus West Coast.
Yeah.
All right, any more? We're going to go if there's no more questions.
We've been doing this for a long time.
96 minutes.
That's a long time.
It is a long time. My arm's tired. Can your motorcycle handle the Alcon roadway? Yeah, it'll be able to. We don't have them yet, but they'll be able to handle it. That's the plan anyway. Planning on doing it on KLR 650s. That's the plan. KLR 650. I know that like you could get a way better adventure bike, you know, a BMW or a KTM, but we want to do it on Kawasaki's. Yep. I think it'd be fun. Probably have a sore bottom.
For sure.
Have a great evening and Sunday service. Thank you. Good choice. See, somebody likes my choices.
Just get one motorcycle with a sidecar. That's funny.
Yeah, we could do that. I'd rather have my own though. I don't want to ride in a sidecar. So, I think we're going to go now. We're going to end on a down note.
Why is that a down note?
We're just going to go now. I don't know why. All right, so you guys, hope you have a really great day. And keep smiling.
See you next Saturday.
See you next Saturday with an official video. And what do you think? How do you like the live streams?
Maybe we should make them like
more
regular.
Exciting than this, and not vertical.
Oh yeah. Well, someone said they liked the vertical, so they didn't have to turn their phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know.
Me neither. But like maybe we should do it while we're doing something instead of just sitting in the car. You know, like maybe have a hey mom.
Hey mom.
I mean Jules. Maybe like, you know, have a fire going where you're like cooking hot dogs and talking to them. Wouldn't that be cool?
I mean,
might be better.
Maybe. I mean, they can't eat the hot dogs.
No, but they could cook their own hot dogs. And we could eat them together.
Okay. Sure.
Who knows? All right. Talk to you guys later.
Bye. Thank you.